We've been helping people finance construction loans for over 14 years. Actually, I've been ranked as the #1 construction lender in the country. Many customers have a lot of questions regarding financing, so we thought we'd put together a video to help you out. A lot of our customers are actually first-timers, so this video should help people. I think the first thing that you need to decide is what's your budget. So that's going to consist of how much of a down payment are you willing to put? What is a comfortable monthly payment? When it comes to the budget, we're going to talk about land costs, potentially soft costs, hard costs. Really, you just want to make sure that when you get into the budget that you're understanding that all the pieces that correlate with this budget are going to be ending up with a payment at the end of the construction, as well as some payments during the construction for some of the products. Budgets are going to consist of, like I just said, soft costs, which are permits, things like that. Hard costs, which are going to be like framing and paint, items like that. Builder fees. Really, the budget, I think, is key. Some folks will, decide that they want to spend X amount of money, but they're really not sure what that correlates to. So it's really important to get approved with a lender first so you can understand what you qualify for, again, what the payment looks like, how much fees and costs are going to be involved in it.
Yeah, you don't want any surprises with the financing. Number 2 is really the fun piece, right? Which is kind of designing your home, right? So we think one of the best resources that you should go to is Pinterest. I mean, there are other platforms out there, but Pinterest is really your best, in our opinion. You can go there, you can look at different designs, whether you're looking for farmhouse, whether you're looking for shabby chic, whatever it is, and you can create pin boards and you can pin items that you like or dislike, and you can make comments, and then you're able to show these to whether you use a designer, an architect, or a builder. A picture says 1,000 words. Number 3 on our list is select an area and a lot, right? So when we're talking about selecting an area, the first thing you should do here is get a trusted team member to help you out. A realtor who knows the area, knows the lots, can help you kind of go through this particular area, right? So what do we mean with an area? You want to make sure that you're not overbuilding your house. So you don't want to build $1 million home when the local comps are going to only be in the $500,000 or $600,000 range. And reversely, you don't want to build a house that's like a $500,000 budget when all your neighbors have $1 million. It won't comp out. It won't be good for you, right? Number 2, you want to make sure that the area you look for has things that you're looking for. Does it have the right schools? Does it have the right church? Does it have the things you look for when you want to go out and do something fun? Restaurants, community services, things like that. You want to drive your commute, right? You want to see the things that you go to often. You want to get around and drive. You want to go there a couple of times. You want to go there in the daytime. You want to go there at night. You want to see what everybody's doing. You want to maybe even knock on some of your neighbors' doors, your potential neighbors' doors, and ask them, hey, what do they like? What do they dislike, right? With respect to a lot, there's a lot of rules that go into something, what we call CCRs, but are restrictions to what you can build. How far do you have to go back? Where your house can sit and things like that. And so a realtor will be really useful in helping you kind of navigate this process, right? But you want to buy a lot and then find out that the restrictions force you into building only a tiny home, right? And then you want to avoid fatal errors. Our fatal errors would be building near a commercial, right? Building near a busy street, some of those. And then there's probably a few others, but those are like the big ones for us.
Number 4 really would be choose your team. So it's really important. Some of my customers will automatically go to an architect. An architect is fabulous at their job, but typically what they do is they're going to build the home regardless of the thought of what it's going to cost to build that home. An example is maybe you want 10-foot ceilings. When you engage with a builder is going to say, hey, the difference between a 10-foot ceiling and a 9-foot ceiling is going to save you a lot of money. So an architect is fabulous, but they're typically going after what your dream is without the thoughts of what it's going to cost. So I always say engage with a lender, engage with a realtor, engage with a builder. And then an architect is great, but a lot of times that builder has somebody they have a relationship with that they can help you. A lot of times they even have plans already set up that you can alter. As far as with picking a builder, there's a lot of thoughts about that. I say interview. Interview your builders. Make sure there's somebody you're comfortable with. You're going to be married to this person for like 2 years. This is somebody that's going to be building your dream. You have to make sure that they have the same thoughts and desires that you have when it comes to your home and how to put it together. You're going to be dealing with them far after the build as well. So a team is super important. Some people will go with the most expensive builder because they think maybe that's the direction to go. Some people will go with the cheapest builder. I would be careful of either way. I think it's really going to be based off of who you're comfortable with after the interview. You don't want to go with the cheapest option because then you might have problems after the fact with the material readiness of the property. A lender is really important because, again, you're going to be dealing with someone like myself for well over a year. The process isn't short. It's a pretty long process to get through the loan. And then following that, I try to stay with you all the way through the process, all the way through the fund control and the draws while you're building the home. So the team is probably one of the most important pieces in my opinion.
Yeah, so as we mentioned, most people who come to custom construction are newbies and they've never done it before. We hope that you saw this video because you're considering this and it's something that you're interested in. We hope that you found this information valuable. If you have any other questions or concerns, we'd love to hear from you. Thank you so much for listening. Look forward to talking to you soon.